They call it rapport. You must establish rapport with your audience. I say it's building a bridge. The first 30 seconds of an act or a minute, you've got about a minute to ingratiate yourself and it's good to say to the audience, I'm here to give you a good time. I'm here to make you laugh. I'm here to make you happy. I'm an entertainer. An act is like your comedy act is like a kaleidoscope of comedy. You go on and you do all the building of the bridges. By Jove, Mrs. I know how tickled to be here. Then you do one or two some topicals, perhaps not too topical, not too political, not enough to alienate half your audience, but enough to have a few laughs at the powers that be. Then a lot of domestic jokes, because you got men and women in the audience, and there's always the battle of the sexes. And then later on, you can do nonsense. You tell whimsies. You tell jokes about animals and things like that. Little dogs and cats and things like that. And then you can start on the surrealistic stuff, because that's when you talk about men's legs getting very lonely in their trousers, standing in the dark all day. And then you can say men's legs talking to each other, and you can say, wouldn't it be marvellous if you could transplant, if you could have another ear under your arm, another mouth on the top of your head. Yeah.
That you can enjoy it once you've built all the bridges towards it.
Third eye on the end of your finger. You could all those things. Yeah.
You liked inventing a whole world then of...
No, a few of them will do.
Yeah. But you did. We believed in Knotty Ash, and we absolutely went there with you.
There is such a place as Knotty Ash.
I know that.
I live there.
I know that.
And the Jambuchy Mines, if you go down the garden, they're there. And the Treacle Wells. And the Broken Biscuit Repair Works. And the Gravy Wells. Yes, they're all there.
So fantastic escapism, then.
And Dickie Mint, are you?
Yes. Dickie Mint.
Dickie Mint, sir.
Oh,
yeah.
Lovely.
Little Dickie Mint, yes. And
please, I remember seeing you do a line with a vent. Would it have been Dickie Mint, in fact?
It'd be Dickie Mint, yeah.
Where you asked if he'd like to have a bubbling bottle of beer or something. Can you remember that?
You're here?
Yes.
And you've walked all the way?
Yes.
You must be very tired.
Yes.
Would you like a big bottle of brown beer and some brown bread and butter?
What?
Watch my lips. Would you like a big bottle of brown beer and some brown bread and butter, or would you rather have a shandy?
A shandy.
Good.
Now, I want to ask you about this. The business of comedy. And we know it is a business as much as anything else. Do you think it's changed a lot over the years?
You have to draw them now. You can't just take it. They don't just turn up. You have to draw the audience in, and so you have to market the show. You have to put the kind of show. And another thing is you don't just put your name up now and wait for the audience to come to you. You take the show to the audience. That's why we have to travel a lot. We do about 100,000 miles a year on the roads. Just playing.
Do you mind that? Do you mind all the travel?
Travelling is the hard work. Travelling is very, 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 very hard work. Let me make one thing clear. I don't have to do it. No, I don't have to.
So why do you do it, Ken?
Because I love it. Because I just love show business. I just love being an entertainer. I love being a comedian. I love singing. I love I'll do anything in show business just for kicks.
And so, are you saying that being funny makes you happy?
Do you mean funny?
Being a solo comic.
You mean?
Does that make you a happy person?
Yes, of course it does. Yeah. Yes, I think there's a tremendous amount of. Well, I'd like to call it skill about being an entertainer. I keep coming back to this word entertainer rather than just a comedian, because a comedian has to be many things. So, yeah, I love it. You learn something every time you go on the stage. You learn a little something. And each show I do, I try to put about half a dozen to a dozen new gags in. So it's like, and when you try a gag out for the first time and you hear a laugh, you think, oh, great. There's no feeling like it. Yeah. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling to slave over a hot audience.
Are you a confident performer?
No, not really.
No?
Not really. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. I say to a lot of people when they're first starting in show business, they do suffer from nerves. as we all do. You know, that one way where your teeth stick to...
Yes.
Hello, everybody. We all get in the dry throat and the collywobbles. But everyone, in all through your life, you'll only ever be frightened. You'll only ever be nervous about the unknown. It's the unknown that frightens you, not the known. You know, once you've played Glasgow, it doesn't worry you anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
They're lovely people.
Yes.
They're super Glaswegians. They're smashing. All they want to do is laugh.
You've never had a crisis of confidence then about your work at all?
Before the show, yeah, one that lasts. Yeah. when you play the Palladium or when you play a royal show, that gets to you. Oh yes.
I bet.
You all get the.
Oh yes. Do you think? Obviously you do, but I'd like you to tell me a bit more then about how important this job is then, being funny. For instance, we don't need to laugh to live, do we? We need food and we need shelter, but we've always told funny stories.
No, you need to laugh. You need to laugh.
Why?
Well, because it's on one level it's a release from tension and stress. On another level, it helps you if you've got a worry or you've got a problem. If you can have a little laugh as well, it's a soothing thing. It's doctors and scientists will tell you it releases all little thingies.
Endorphins and things.
They're the ones,
yes,
like dolphins, and
endorphins,
and they're whizzing around, and they release all these endorphins, and they have an effect on your psychology and your personality, and they calm you down. No, laughter is very, very important. Oh, I think it's vital. I think it is as important as eating or sleeping or any of your other hobbies.
And have you ever misjudged some material badly?
Oh yes. Oh, you can do that a lot. Yes,
can you tell us about that?
You have the wrong. I'm just trying to say you can have the wrong material for the wrong people. Yes, the right people. Yeah.
Well, it's like the chap saying to you in Glasgow, "Don't do any football gags."
You can, yes. You can tell the wrong gag. I can't really think of a particular one to tell you, but I know you can bait the audience. Of course, you can deliberately tell the wrong gag with tongue in cheek, like yes. I do when I bait the audience over women. You know, because ladies today are quite strident. You know, they have this. I'm not a chauvinist. I'm not a chauvinist. It's just that women won't do as they're told. But and if you do a gag like that, you're asking for it. The one that really gets, I know the one that gets it, and I say to the audience, I appoint two ladies on the front row. You see, you're the monitors, you're the censors. Now, don't forget, no, Tallulah, Fanny, you understand, right? I mean, you're supposed to be helping me. I mean, I gave you the instructions. It is sinking in, isn't it? After all, you are women. Oh. Because who's hoovering at this time of night?
So you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Having a bit of mischief.
And I hope they know you're kidding.
Yes, otherwise you'd be dead.
Oh, thank you very much.
You like language, don't you, Ken?
Yes, I think most comedians whose acts are based on words love language. There's certain words you use and certain words, alliteration, and there's a rhythm. There's a rhythm to a joke. A joke is like a beautiful watch. A joke is like a beautiful watch. If you take the back off, you see there's balance, there's rhythm, there's timing, and that's what a joke is. It's like a little situation. It's like a little play, all on its own. And you mustn't have one word too many, and you mustn't have one word too little.
No.
It has to be...
And the right words.
Yes, and you as you keep telling you, I would call it polishing. When you polish a joke, you think, no, there's a better word for that. And you search for it, and then it comes to you.
You're always doing that, aren't you, Ken? You're always honing it.
A good gag is a good gag. It should be looked after and
cherished.
Oh, cherished.
What about...
I was going to say fondled, but if you prefer to be cherished, all right.
Yes, I think cherished is much better.
Well, you'd rather
in that context.
Would you rather be cherished than fondled?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's another thing I've got to tell Lenny then.